All right, guys, welcome back to the Instinct Podcast. Today, we have a very, very special guest. We have the CEO of Leviathan, one of the 10 teams that made franchising in Valorant Americas. So, welcome to the podcast. Thank you for coming on.
Oh, thank you for inviting me here. It's a pleasure to speak with you. Thank you.
So shall I go first?
You go first.
So I did some research on you before the podcast, and I saw that you're the founder of Aftech and you're the director of biosystems. So would you like to explain a little bit like what that kind of stuff is?
Okay, yes, I love technology and all new stuff. So with my family, we made a company, Biosystem, that we made DNA research and everything like that. It's a biotechnology company that we work with laboratories and the government in Argentina. And with Aftech, we introduce new technologies to different countries in Latin America. For example, the iRobot, you know the brand, the robotic vacuum cleaner, 11 years ago, we introduced it in Argentina, Chile, Uruguay, Peru. And so we search for new products, for customer products for the home and introducing in the different countries. So we have a lot of experience working in different countries, and we have a company in USA and in Canada too.
Nice.
Like that.
So how do you go from that to like the esports scene? Like what made you make that jump?
But I was all my life I was a gamer, so I always was interested in esports. For example, 15 years ago, I won the Pro Evolution Soccer League in Argentina. I used to compete in Pro Evolution Soccer.
Oh, nice.
I always want to be in esports. I found a team, but I don't have the time. So when the COVID situation started and I have a pause in my life, I don't travel anymore, and I have a lot of time, I say, okay, first month I play a lot of games, and then I say, okay, I don't want to waste my time anymore. I want to do what next for me. And with me, some person that worked with me, we made a business plan to an esports team, and that was the beginning of Leviatan. So we are son of the pandemic.
Nice. Yeah, you guys. Yeah, you started in 2020, correct? So fairly new organization. So what games are you into, like that you personally play?
Well, I in the pandemic, I play a lot of Warzone. I love Warzone.
Oh, yes, yes.
Warzone, yes, it's amazing. And then I used to play single-player games or FIFA or Pro Evolution Soccer in the past. But now I play a lot of Valorant. It's the only game because I have a 8-month baby, so my time to play is 1 hour per day at maximum. So okay, I play one match and I go to sleep very tilt and not happy because the ranked are not good for me. So yes, but now I play Valorant. But in the past, I used to play a lot of games of single player. I love The Last of Us. I love Heavy Rain in PlayStation.
Oh wow!
I used to play a lot of games in the past. I have a lot of console. I'm all like 38, so I passed with Nintendo, Game Boy, Sega Genesis.
The classics.
I have a lot of experience. Yes.
That's cool. You know, maybe it's good that you only play one Valorant game per day. Keeps it less toxic.
Yeah, it keeps me sane. But I have my nickname in the Valorant, and a lot of people say, you play so bad to be the owner of a team. I want to kill them all. So sometimes I have to mute.
What rank are you in Valorant?
No, I'm still. I'm very bad now. I know.
Yeah.
Sorry, you keep the pro teams. Like your job is to make your pro team radiant and all that good.
Exactly. Yeah. That's because I have a team and I don't play. But when I travel with the players and work with Onur a lot, I want to use in my match what he has. Tell me, and it's impossible because I tell, okay, let's make that move, and no one do what I say in my rank. So it's impossible to play like a pro.
Yeah, totally different mindset.
Yeah.
So of course, again, congratulations for making the America's franchising team.
Thank you.
How was the process when you were applying for Riot? Because I know a lot of orgs were trying to fight for it. They're trying to essentially sell themselves to Riot and saying, hey, this is why we should be in it. So can you, I don't know if you can go into the details, but can you explain to me how the process was applying for the franchising?
It was a very long process. Start when they communicate, and they asked me to present a lot of information about the companies, about who we are, the owners of the companies, and thing like that, and then we pass it to the next step. Okay, present us a business plan, a marketing plan, a social, a fund plan, and ownership plan. And we have to work really, really a lot because we know we have a lot of competition here. For example, big team from USA that they say, "What the fuck is Leviatan? What are they doing here?" You know, face cloud and say, "What?" But we have amazing work in our marketing team and our sportive team because we have a really good year. But the important thing is not to win because a lot of teams like Optic or teams that make a very good job is not enough. So the important thing is work with our marketing and our business people and present a solid plan. And then we have interviews with a lot of people with Riot. That was the final step.
Okay.
And it was for some moments, some difficult moments, you know. Riot players, okay, this is the final step. It's the final exam in the university. So, okay. And we were so prepared that they say, okay, this is all. We present skins that we can make in the future. We present a lot of activities that we make here from the fans. For example, all the important match from Leviatan, we have we work with a cinema and they can go to the cinema and see the match there. We work with a lot of we have a lot of activities for the fans. That's important for us. Is a value is to be near the fans. So we present all the activities we have done and all the activities we have in our mind. So they like it. And when we was last Monday waiting for the email, we want to celebrate a lot. We received it. I have my baby sleeping in my arms, so I can't show a lot, but I was crying with my baby sleeping.
That's so good.
That's awesome.
This is like because I know for Leviathan, everyone has heard of Crew for the South America. Everyone's always like, "Oh, Crew is the best team in South America." All that, and I feel like you guys were always for like the first year and a half, you guys were overshadowed by them. But then ever since recently, you guys have performed better than them. You guys started beating them, placing better in tournaments. How have you found the team and the structure and the coaching staff to try to at least essentially beat Crew? Because I feel like they were number one enemy in South America, and everyone wanted to beat them and Loud now, but they're both like the number one enemy.
We lost a lot of finals in the past with Crew, and I think when we are lost, you lose, you are maybe near to win. You know, you have to learn about the losses. It's important to lose sometimes. And I think when we decide to change the coach and Onur comes to the team, they change the mentality. And he told them, you can win, you are best, because we train best, we train harder. Yes, and so that, and we changed only one player that was shy, that is a rookie from our academy, start to play in the main team. And the new blood, you know, the new energy and Onur coaching, they give us what we need to win. And when we win Crew in Argentina to go to Copenhagen, the confidence goes very strong. So we start playing better in difficult match. For example, I think for real that we can win to Loud in last champions. You know, the ice hockey that we was 12-6 and okay, the mental crash, but shit happens. But we will learn for the future. But we think that we can be one of the best team in the world.
Yeah, 100%. So it seems like you're pretty involved with your Valorant team, but are you involved with any of the other teams that your organization has?
Yes, I used to travel with all the team. For example, the Wild Rift team, I traveled to the Latin American tournament. I supposed to be in the World Cup, but for problems, because the COVID situation, you have to be 15 days early. With the baby was impossible for me.
Yeah.
But I used to be with all my team. For example, the League of Legends teams training in the office that we have in Buenos Aires, and one door for me, and we have lunch every day. So yes, I'm involved with all the team. Free Fire team is coming to bootcamp to Buenos Aires now. I will go with them tomorrow. Yes, I want to be there for them because first they are persons. They are players, you know, and we want to be near the persons because all the persons have problems, all the persons have necessities. So it's important for us and for me and for our mental department to be near the players.
So when it comes to it seems like you're very close with the players. Not only that, so when you do look for new players and do you always try to see them how they are personality wise before you see them how good they are in the game. For example, Valorant, when you picked up your new players and saw the rookies in the academy, did you have like a conversation with the players to see, okay, do you meet our system? Do you meet our culture? Do you meet our environment? Like, are you like level headed essentially as you are good in the game? How important is
Yes,
that
of course.
between them two?
For us, it's a deal breaker is in the interviews. If we think that don't have the values of the company, he cannot play in Leviatan. We are a team that gives all, but it's not easy to play here because we want specific personalities to be in the team. We want to be really united, you know. If we have a toxic player or something like that, we prefer to don't be. So we have a lot of interview. One of the psychologists of the team, an expert interviewing person, so he made the first interview and he tell me, no, yes, I love it, I hate it.
Yeah.
But yes, I think it's very important to have the right person to the process. For example, now we have to move to Los Angeles, LA. So it's not easy to live in a different country with a different language and something like that. So the person have to be the right one to make that we want. We want to be one of the best team in the world. So it's important to have the right persons to do that.
Yeah. So what do you think was the most difficult part of putting the team together, like at the start? So like now you have like the kind of vision that you want the team to like synergize with each other. So how did you go about like finding players from the start?
Okay, for us was really easy this team because it was they used to play a different team that they closed the team. So when we see the opportunity, we hire all together. But when we start for zero, for example, for academies, we put in Twitter, we are looking for players. They give us 1,000 profiles, and our team is okay. No, the ranking is not good enough, and then we filter all the players and have the conversation, and they start. But for example, in League of Legends, we have in all team we have a manager, that work for us. So the manager give us proposal. Okay, this is the 20 players that I think they will be the best for our project, and we have the interviews. We made some tryouts, and we signed. But yes, we have a process. It depends. It's academy, it's a main roster. For example, we want to. This is a. If we will make some change in the Valorant player, we will go specific for the player that we want. For this kind of tournament, we cannot put. Okay, we're looking for players. If not, Onur and all the sports department say, okay, I want this one. It's really specific about what we need right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you talk about you are a big gamer, and of course, is there an esports or a game that you want your team to be part of? So, for example, I don't know if you guys do. Like, a lot of teams like to be in Apex, Rocket League, and all that. Is there an esports that you really want to try to be involved in? I mean, if you can't leak anything, of course.
No. We had a Rocket League team, not now, but at this moment, I think that the next esport that will be investment, it will be mobile Valorant, because it's from Riot and everything what that do. But not for this moment. In some time, I want to be in Dota. I like Dota, but it have to be in Peru because South America don't have really good players, only Peru. But it's not easy. But I want to be in international in one time of my life. So maybe in the future, I don't know. We close our main Counter-Strike division right now. I want to come back early, but we can't find the right project right now, so it's not easy because a lot of players are migrating to Valorant. But we want to be in Counter because Counter is like soccer in Argentina. All the people in Argentina loves Counter-Strike.
Yeah, no,
but I'm not close to any sport. I want to. I open. Yes, I will try fighting games. I think maybe when Riot fighting game come out.
Oh yeah,
yes.
Exactly. So yes, but we are open and I receive a lot of projects, but we have to be very accurate in what project we invest, because in all our teams we are top 3 or 4 in Latin America. So I cannot enter a project that don't have the audience or don't have the opportunity to be fighting to go a World Cup or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people don't understand that you can't just go into an esport and just be like, oh, we'll just pick up a player and just like play in that esports. For example, like you're saying, like the Valorant team, you can't just go and pick up just some random player and be like, all right, we're just gonna go compete for like a world championship like that. Like there's a lot of course, a lot of a lot to add to it, like chemistry. If the player is good, is he level headed, of course, and all that.
Well, but for example, in Wild Rift, we start when the game doesn't come to our region. We pick up some players that were pretty good playing other mobile, and we start playing in Europe. So we a lot of ping with a lot of lag was impossible, but they start training like that and was for 2 years ago the best team in Latin America. So when a beta of a game come and I know that the ownership of the game or it's like Riot, I see, okay, they will invest in tournament. They will invest in have you have the calendar when the year starts, you can planify it and everything we invest. Maybe sometimes that this doesn't work, don't work, but it's okay to lose sometimes.
Yeah. I think
It's definitely a lot of thought process when it comes to esports. What is, in your opinion, the hardest thing to do on a day-to-day basis as a CEO? Because I know like a lot of people don't understand what CEOs does. I mean, you explained what coaches, players, and managers do, but nobody really understands what the CEO goes through on a day-to-day basis. So do you mind giving us a little bit of a rundown, or if you want to go into detail explaining like what's the hardest part and what do you do every day? What do you have to make sure of every day when it comes to CEO and running all these like different esports as well?
Well, it's crazy what we do. We don't sleep.
24/7.
For example, in this moment, I have 49 conversations in WhatsApp for the last 20 minutes. It's crazy.
Oh boy.
So another team that want to buy some player for me, for some companies that want to sponsorship the team, for one player that have any problem. But yes, it's important. The CEO, the most important thing is to find the right team to work with. I cannot be in everything in the company. So for me, the most important person and the intelligent person is to have person that know more than you in different areas. So I speak with my manager for my director of the company, and they go down. But we have a lot of calls, like 3 hours per day with the managers of the teams, speaking about what happened in every team. We have a 1 hour call with the commercial team, with the financial team. So yes, it's speaking a lot, and then I have speaking with the players. With Onur is writing me right now, so I speak with everybody. But the important thing is to have the right person to work with. For me, it's that the most important for the CEO is to find the right persons to manage the company, because I can't do anything.
Yeah. And that's understandable. It's a lot.
How has the fan base been reaction regarding you making the for Valorant, and how is the fan base in general when it comes to like your fan base in general? Like when the reaction is like, "Hey, we made it to Valorant franchising." As a whole,
that's crazy. Our fan base is small right now, but it's growing a lot, and they're crazy. We have a lot of fans that made a tattoo like mine from the
that's sick.
logo.
That's cool.
Yeah, we have a lot of crazy fans, and they were so happy. And important thing, and I respond everyone the fan that write me in Twitter. I respond, so they make me cry a lot because they said to me a lot of good things. Well, it was crazy. We will prepare a party here in Chile and Mexico, 3 parties at the same time to celebrate that. So we're
that's
preparing
nice.
everything
That's awesome.
to make the parties. Yes.
So like, what are some things that you guys do, like, I guess, for the fan base, like in terms of like content and or like, are there ways that you have the team interact with the fans or stuff like that?
We have a lot of content creators, bigger one. We have a lot of reaction with the fans, like the events I said a few moments ago, that in the cinemas and they can go to our gaming house. We are now developing a building. It's in Buenos Aires, a 6th-floor building from Leviatan, so they can go there. They can go anywhere with us, and we make a lot of content with them. For example, when we are open a new esport, I put in Twitter, which esport do you want? And sometimes the most asked esport is that we open. Because we are here for the fans. Without fans, you are nothing. It's not important to put, I win this tournament, you don't have the fan base, and they are not happy. So, and we participate in all the big events of the industry in Latin America. For example, in 2 weeks, we have the Argentina Game Show that is big here. And we will have the biggest stand there, and all our players will be there to make photos, to play with them. So we think that it's really important to be near our fans and make new activities and be really out of the box and think what you can give it to them.
Yeah, I feel like you guys definitely have more of a direct interaction, like an in-person interaction, than I feel like a lot of in our North America, because we do like have a lot of online interactions and all that stuff. But I feel like you guys do it at a whole new level. You guys go to cinemas, you guys go to interact, you guys face to face, you guys play with the fans in person. I feel like that's like one way you guys really grown your org.
Okay, you can go to Los Angeles and we invite you to go there and interact with us. Yeah,
Hey, if you want to give us an invite, we're more than that to come.
Oh yeah,
of course, you can go wherever you want. We want to make some events there in USA too, because we want to have our Hispanic Hispanic speaking person in USA with the team. So be ready, because we will make a lot of events there too. We have prepared a good surprise.
For sure.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Because we definitely want to go to a more of like a Valorant event and all that, because we live in the East Coast in the US, so like a lot of stuff always happens in the West Coast, so we're like never usually there. But hey, if we're ever invited, we're definitely would be down to go for
100%.
sure. But
Go. You are
is
more
there
than invited.
yeah, when you made the esports org, was there like another esport org that really inspired you, or that really gave you a lot of motivation, or maybe like an owner or manager, anybody that really inspired you to make an esports org?
Well, yes, we learn a lot of teams. For example, Latin America, Furious, Isurus, they are the oldest one. For example, in USA, 100 Thieves, I see like what they do for the clothes and the apparel. I say, okay, that's what we want. So we are launching a lot of clothes to urban clothes.
Yeah.
And I say that's it's magnific. And for example, Shichu was inspired. Now they are having a lot of problems, but it was a really good organization. I say, okay, that's crazy. Fanatics too. Yes, we learn from the best. Always looking what they're doing and say, okay, we want to make best. So what we can do. But it's important to, for be original organization, what is you value for the people. You cannot have all. So you have to know what you have to do. What is your inside information, because you cannot copy everyone. You have to know what make you different.
Yeah, I think because we made an episode like making the tier list of all the champions.
I was just gonna say that
we made a tier list of all the champions orgs, and we like based it off like the merch, fan base, how many esports there are, and I think we rated your org as one of the best merch. Like when it comes to jerseys, you guys easily had the most the best one compared to, because we
okay. You are telling me that, so I will send you two. Okay, I will send you the new one. Yesterday, that no one know that. Yesterday, I see the new T-shirt from Leviatan. I don't have it here, but yesterday I see it and I approve that. I have the demo, the demonstration. I like it. It will be really nice. We'll launch you in 1 month. But I will send you two, and I will send you two.
Perfect.
Let's go.
Because we compared to you guys to like 100 Thieves and I think Fnatic, and we compared to you like those gorgs, and we compared to the jerseys, and we're like, this is like.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah, it's like, because when it comes to merchandise, a lot of orgs just like spam esports in it. But I feel like some orgs like go away from that, where it's like, hey, I can go to like a casual event that's completely away from esports, and I can wear this jersey, and everyone will be like, oh, nice clothes, or like nice dress wear you have. Because I feel like I feel like more and more. I think 100 Thieves kind of like set the foundation and like really changed the merch industry, because I remember back then esports is like, oh, this is esports, like nothing but esports. But now it's like more of just like, I can go outside and wear this like on a, like if I go to dinner or anything, I can go outside and wear it. I feel like you guys are definitely doing it. I feel like we were looking at a bunch of South American teams. I feel like you and Loud are like the two teams that have like really changed that, where like you can go out and you can wear some kind of like nice clothes. Is there any
No, you will like it. You want to dress the new clothes that we're launching in 1 month. I think there are 4 t-shirts, 4 different hoodies. It's crazy. Yes, we have a lot of idea, and in some time we will launch the pet merchandising and the baby clothes too.
Oh, like, so you got
That's
you got pet
awesome.
merchandise as well. That's sick. That's sick.
cool. Maybe I'll get my dog something.
Yes, I have 7 dogs, so they have to dress like Leviatan.
Oh, what?
7?
Seven?
Holy crap.
Wow.
Yes,
What
I
kind of
have a
dogs
lot
are
of
they?
dogs. Yes, I love them. No, because we adopted from the streets, so we have a lot of kind of dogs. I had like a small one from 2 kilos or 4 livers, and the biggest one have 160 kilos. Is maybe,
Oh my god.
Wow, big boy.
Yes, I love. Yes, I love how a lot. Yes. Next time when you invite me, I make the interview downstairs, and you can see all the
That'd be
I'll hold you
awesome.
onto it for sure. So when you said merchandise, how do you guys find the right people for that? I feel like finding like someone like designers and like merchandise. Where do you usually hire the people when it comes to like merch
But
design?
for
and all that?
example, for the designers, we made a lot of things. We made a Twitch. For Twitch, we tell people, okay, you want to present your idea, present it, and the person will vote in yes, no, I like it or not like it, like a show, like a reality show.
Oh.
They give you some good ideas, and then we have our own designers. We have 2 designers, one cloth designer and one illustrator that make the actual designs. That invade Levi is our person like the blue hairs, is our samurai that inspired. So yes, they invade that, and they're working a lot. And I think I want new clothes every 6 months. I want new clothes. And maybe in the future, every year, I want to change the logo because we transform. This is a dynamic industry, so we cannot be like. If you see the logos of some of the teams that are in the
Like,
franchise,
you don't wanna be stagnant.
Yeah. Yes, come on, this is a 80 logo.
Yeah.
it's like outdated. It's like you need to upgrade. Yeah, because I feel like some logos, like I feel like 100 Thieves, Fnatic, and G2, like they've been kind of the same for like the longest time because they've aged so well and they're like so icons. Like they've rarely ever changed, and I feel like your perspective of changing the logo is kind of interesting because I know some orgs were like, oh, we would never rebrand or we'd never change our logo. This is like too iconic. For example, like
Cloud9 is their logo has been the same.
yeah, Cloud9's logo has been the same since the whole
but
time.
maybe you can change and in the future come back to the past. But you have to. It's an important event to make a rebrand, and it's good to have celebrate, make the fans maybe present a few options and they vote. So I want to have the people with us. So it's important they feel part of the team. And maybe they hate the logo. Say, okay, for example, this one is like Mortal Kombat logo. You see?
Yeah,
I have to
yeah,
that's what I was
change it.
thinking.
Yeah.
So okay, when a lot of people say, okay, you're Mortal Kombat team. No, okay, we have to change it.
Maybe that's the next area for
But
expansion.
I will back. We will launch some clothes with this logo because I love it. It's the first one. It's my
Yeah.
baby.
Because when we were looking up the logos, we were like, which one is their updated logo? Because there was like, I think there was like 2 or 3, and we were like, I think this is the latest one because I think it's the one you guys are using right now is your latest one, which is because we saw that one and we were like, that's not we thought it was like, I'm not gonna lie, we thought it was like fan made. I was like, oh, that's not their logo. This is like their logo. But then I was like, oh wait, that's their old logo. So it's interesting to see.
Konami
Like,
put a lot of money. No.
no, it's
Okay, if
interesting.
they want to come, I can open a Mortal Kombat team if they put money. No problem.
Hey,
Let's go.
We're down.
I'm down for it.
We're exclusive leak. We're opening a Mortal Kombat team for sure. But I think for the most part, I feel like we've got everything down the line. So I know you're from South America, but I don't know if you guys we have a traditional question. We always ask every guest. Okay, the first one is: do you know what boba tea is at all? Do you know what drink is? Boba tea?
No, I don't know that drink, but I want to drink it.
It's like tea, but it's got these like
Tapioca.
tapioca balls at the bottom of it.
Yeah, it's like a sweet tea. It's
Okay.
like a very sweet tea. So if you're into very sweet stuff, it's in there because I don't know.
Oh yeah, we try it.
We've never been to South America, so we don't know if they sell a lot over there or if they sell any over there. But it's a big
I will
question.
search it.
Yeah, for sure. And we have
Fire.
we have a second traditional question. So I have it, but I want to know if you have it. Do you know what a bidet is?
No,
We
what is
use the
that?
bathroom. Do you know what that is?
Yes, of course, yes.
Okay, question. Do you have
Yes.
one?
Of course, yes. In every.
See? See? I told you.
Oh. I don't understand the people that don't use it. For me, okay, you go to the bathroom and you have to take a shower. It's impossible to don't have a life with that.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm telling you.
I don't know. Around here, he's like the only one who has
Yeah,
it.
and in North America, very few people
Yes, I
have
know.
it. It's like a handful. So that's why it's like every time I ask somebody, they're always so confused. Like, no, I like it, but I don't have it. I'm like, dude, you need it. So it's always good to see that you have it. Thank you so much
No,
for
yes.
agreeing.
In Argentina, every house have one. If you don't, they look you that you are not clean.
Oh, so you noticed.
that's
Don't worry,
funny.
we're just slowly spreading. So everybody in the world will have one soon. Hopefully, well, this podcast will change it.
On the automatic, no, there's one that come out from in China and Japan. They with
Oh,
the
yeah.
intelligent. Yeah, they have someone different, but it's okay.
Yeah.
No,
They
there's
show-
ones
they
where
show.
like you can use the handle. There's one where you can turn it and it comes. Yeah. No, it's
Exactly.
crazy. There's a bunch of different ones, but appreciate it.
Yeah.
But thank you for coming on. If you
Yeah.
want to promote anything, if you want to plug anything, you have anything coming up, you're more than welcome to plug it in right now or just say whatever so we can post it because this will be coming out today.
Okay, thank you. I want to thank you to invite me and to the
Thank you.
people showing Leviatan fans that we will be a very good show. We will make a lot of show and we will make you happy. Come to the Leviatan team. All
Yeah.
the fans come. We have space for North American fans too.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I
Well,
think
thank you for coming on
I
again.
know. Appreciate
This
it
is
again.
awesome.
I know you're a very busy man, but appreciate it. Thank you for coming on.
It's okay. You can call me everything you want. I'm here for you.
All right. Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
And you have
Appreciate
your two t-shirts. I will send you.
Yes.
Yes.
We'll send
thanks.
you. We'll send you
Yeah.
our address. We'll send you the address, and thank you. Appreciate it.
Cool.
But I think that's the end of it. So thank you guys for listening. Appreciate you guys. Love you. And all right, we're done recording. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh.
Thank you so much for coming on. I think the recording stopped.